Hi, I'm Tim Whitmire with First Integrity Mortgage, and joining me today is Bryan Garrison with Crown Exteriors.
What's up, Tim?
So thanks for joining us today, and I'm excited to have Bryan here because he's a part of a networking organization, BNI Rewards Through Referrals. So I see him every single week on Wednesday mornings, and we always go around the room and talk about what we're looking for, but then we always get an opportunity at the end of the meeting to give testimonials and talk about the business that we passed for the week, and always lots of positive reviews for you. And so thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, Tim.
So I guess the first question I had for you is, how long have you been in the roofing industry?
Crown's been around for about 12 years. Myself, I've been in the roofing industry for about 5 years. I worked for a couple of different companies, went down to Florida with the last company I was with, and actually met my current company. So
Nice.
That's where I'm at now.
Awesome. So so you had an opportunity and you met the company you're with. Mm-hmm. And what like drew you to Crown Exteriors? Like, why did you want to join them?
Most roofing contractors sub out all their work, and you can't really control a lot of the crews, and a lot of contractors are real small, almost working out of their house, and they don't really have much administrative work behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. What drew me to them was I was in Florida, and our administrative office was hundreds of miles away, and things were running way smoother. So I have a project manager that helps with the installs. We have our own crews, and we have an administrative office that helps with everything. So things just run so much smoother now.
That's awesome. And I think something that is unique about Crown Exteriors is that you have you employ your roofers, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all 1099s, but
okay.
like even myself, I'm more of a 1099. So we're all subcontractors in a sense, but I guess that's more for like tax purposes.
Sure, no, that makes sense. I mean, the reason why I said that is because I know you as Crown Exteriors,
right?
And so that's, I believe, the only roofing company that you would work for. So maybe you're not an employee, but it kind of maybe feels like you are.
Yes. I guess technically I could do whatever I want, but yes, that is true.
Awesome. So, something that's really cool about Bryan as well is that I know that when you go look at a roof, you're always, I've heard it from you, but I also have heard it from other members like, oh, Bryan came over and I had this small issue and he just took care of it and didn't even charge. He just like went there and took care of the small problem. And I know that's probably like you're hoping to look for projects, but that's really cool.
Yeah. That's kind of my personality. I'm horrible about, asking for money, or terrible about sales and stuff. So if there's a problem and I can fix it right then and there and I can make somebody happy, I do it. Especially if I have the materials with me. So that's kind of a gift and a curse that I take a lot of time, repairing people's stuff, and I might get something out of it in the future, but a lot of times not.
I think that's amazing. I mean, it shows that you're there to try to help the consumer and that you're honest. You're not going to sell them something if something doesn't need to be sold. Mm-hmm. And you're even going above and beyond and making small fixes. I don't know. I haven't heard of other people doing that. Maybe there's someone out there that does, but I find that really awesome. So, in your company, Crown Exteriors, I know you guys will do free inspections.
Yes, any inspection's free. The biggest thing is like getting your roof or whatever it might be, siding, get that inspected by somebody like us first before you go and call your insurance company. Mm-hmm. Because, if you don't have the damage, there's no point in filing a claim. Claims really they're not supposed to hurt you when it's a, weather related, act of God, but they go on your record. So if it's not worth filing a claim, then I'm always honest and say don't.
Right. No, that's huge. So instead of calling the insurance company first, they should call you first.
Correct.
You take a look at it, and then you can assess the damage or assess the roof and determine, is this something that's valid that you should be making a claim on, or maybe not.
Right. I mean, it's always the homeowner's decision on what they can do, whatever they want. But I always just give my honest opinion, like, hey, if this is my house, this is what I would do.
Yep. No, I love that. So, and then, so going back to Crown Exteriors, you guys have certifications, right?
Yes.
And so I've heard your presentations, but tell us about that.
So we are certified in GAF shingles. So it's probably the largest manufacturer out there, but also Owens Corning. We're a platinum preferred contractor with them. I mostly only use Owens Corning now. It is a little bit better of a shingle, but we do have certifications with both of those manufacturers. As far as, flat roofs and stuff go, we have certifications with Mulehide and different, industrial complexes like the TPO roofs, the EPDM, but we mainly do the Owens Corning shingles. As far as certifications, state by state, Missouri, it's goofy. You don't have to have a roofing license in Missouri, which it's not really a good thing.
Seems surprising, but the way it is.
Because it does keep a lot of like those weekend warriors that don't have any licenses, that keeps them here. As opposed to like Illinois, we're licensed in Illinois, Florida, 5 other states. And it is nice to be, the codes are better, and it is better to have a roofing license requirement in the state. So hopefully they'll change that soon in Missouri.
I can understand that. Believe it or not, when I got in the mortgage industry, mortgage professionals didn't have to be licensed either.
Really?
And we all know what happened leading up to 2008. So it just sounds wild to me that there wouldn't be a license for it.
Yeah.
But you guys do have licenses in multiple states.
Yes.
But you are headquartered in St. Louis, correct?
Yes. St. Charles.
Okay.
St. Charles County, but yes.
So your primary service area, what would that include?
Pretty much anything an hour and a half out of the city center of St. Louis. So,
okay.
All the way, past almost to Terre Haute and I guess I've even gone 2 hours. It really depends on the job. But I would say an hour in the metro area.
Okay. And you guys, so the type of projects that you do, like residential, do you guys do commercial as well?
Yes.
Okay. So residential, commercial, you mentioned that you do flat roofs. Is there a certain size project you guys are able to handle?
I guess that's another reason why I love being with this company, is because we can handle the massive projects. Okay. There's only a few guys in the area that can handle huge projects. And it's good to have somebody that, a bigger contractor that, has the money in order to do those. You don't want, Joe Schmo that does it on the weekends to do your 100 square flat roof at your business.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of the bigger things, because my lead times are not very long because I do have such big crews. So if you need something done, I can get it done the next week, and I can get it done in a day normally. Wow. Commercial is a little different. It usually takes 1 or 2 days depending on the size, but it's nice to have a bigger contractor that can handle big workloads.
So that's good to know. So you guys have, it sounds like multiple crews.
Yes.
So, okay. And that's impressive. 1 day for residential, a couple of days maybe for commercial. So very responsive. Great. So if someone wants to reach out to you, maybe they've had some damage to their home, or even if they own a business and have something they want to check out at their commercial property, what's the best way for them to reach you?
I always say call me first. I always answer my phone, but next best thing is to text me on my cell phone. I'm sure you put it out there or something, but
Oh, I absolutely will.
I'm not about to just start repeating numbers. No one's going to write that down. Like,
and we'll
it's
definitely
like leaving a voicemail. I mean,
so but it's okay for them to call your cell phone.
yes, I prefer it.
Awesome.
You can call me. Doesn't matter when. If it's late or if it's on the weekend, if I don't answer, I'll always call you back.
Perfect. So call or text Bryan. Same thing with me. I always prefer someone to call or text me on my cell phone as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's accessible. I've known him for some time now, and he's just everyone that's always worked with him. I've always gotten positive feedback. Very reputable, local to St. Louis roofer. So we'll have his information posted. But if you would like a warm introduction to Bryan, definitely reach out to me. I would love to do that for you. And yeah, so thanks for joining me today.
Cool. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
This wasn't too bad.